Hey guys, and welcome to Memphis International Raceway for the running of the Holiday Inn 400. Starting on the pole today is Scott Upton. Starting next to him is Kyle Brown. For those who missed today's race, and I'm gonna put it in Discord. Finally, I know I haven't done it. I keep forgetting to put it in Discord. I'm gonna put today's race in Discord. It's gonna be in the it's gonna be in the regular chat. I'm not gonna put it anywhere else. It's gonna put it in the chat room. But I want to mention real quick, the cars are out of this race, if you didn't see on Discord, because you're not on the Discord. 13 of Rex Wilkes, 14 of RJ Harper, 34 Chris Sherman, and 18 of Samoes Khan. Both Chris Sherman and Samoes Khan, this is their second race in a row. They're hoping to get back on track next week. So we're here in Millington, Tennessee. This track is basically a 3/4 of a mile track, so 3/4 of a mile. It's not quite a mile, so it's a little bit different. Truck Series and the Nationwide or Xfinity or whatever, Bush Series, whatever you want to call it. I still call it the Nationwide Series, but they used to run here until 2009, and then Dover International Raceway owned the track at that time, closed it down, and got reopened in 2011, and it just never came back here. So it's really bumpy. Of course, in NR it's not going to be bumpy because this is an older model of the track, but right now it's significantly bumpy. So it's probably the reason why they're not coming here. But we're gonna get the command to start the engines, and we'll give you your starting 10 and your starting lineup here from Memphis.
Drivers, start your engines!
Starting first on the pole, Scott Upton. Starting second, Kyle Brown. Starting third, Alex Diaz. Starting fourth, Dylan Ibrahimian. Starting fifth, Jeff Cameron. Starting sixth, Ian Brennan. Starting ninth, Cameron Parker. Starting in 10th, Arthur Xavier, our point leader. So here's your starting lineup here on the left side of your screen. 38 laps today. How many we will run here at Memphis. And Scott Upton and Kyle Brown will lead us to the line, and we will be green here from Memphis. And we are green here for the Holiday Inn 400. Oh, 36. Alex Diaz. His day's gonna be done. Engine expired. Expiration date on that engine. Came early today. Not what that team expected from Front Row. And Front Row continues. They've had a good season so far, but they've been having some trouble the last few weeks here. It's been a struggle recently for them. Of course, last week Harley Tall getting in an accident. Then who we just mentioned, the 36 of sorry, I just always forget names. Alex Diaz. He also got involved in an accident last week, if I remember correctly, or last race at Sonoma. Scott Upton's going to continue the lead here. He's got a huge lead here, a pretty good lead over Kyle Brown. Oh, Brian James is up here again this week in the Swamp Rabbits colors. You gotta love that. That paint scheme's amazing. If you don't know who the Swamp Rabbits are, they are an ECHL hockey team in Greenville, South Carolina. That paint scheme was ran at Darlington in both Cup and in Xfinity. and it's obviously the greatest name of all time for any sports franchise. Don't get me started with the Solar Bears. I don't want to hear it. Swamp Rabbits are the team, but we're getting back to racing here. Tim Horton's up here as well. 37 car. He had a bad week last week, yet, and the week before as well. So he's hoping to get back on track today. Well, he did have a good week light race last race. He just pitted last minute, sitting in the back of the field. Checking in the rest of the field here. And I got the 43 of Chase Harris in the Air Force colors again this week. Obviously, they're wearing the Air Force colors because of the uh, the historic Air Force presence here in Memphis. So that's why they're running the colors this week. But they'll be wearing. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be back. They're gonna be in. They're gonna be Blue Emu next race at. If I remember properly, they're gonna be in the Blue Emu car next week. Not next week, but next race at Richmond, which is on Friday. So. And then Saturday we are at IRP or O'Reilly Raceway Park or Raceway Park, whatever you want to call it, Lucas Oil Raceway. To me, it's everybody in Indy calls it Raceway Park, but I'll be proper and say Lucas Oil Raceway. But Scott Upton's just so strong today. Got two Hendricks cars are leading the race here, and this is not what we've seen all year. Hendrick cars have been kind of slow this year, so, and obviously with Stephen Paulo III being towards the bottom of the points, he actually gained some points last race. I don't have the points again this week. I keep forgetting to add it, but to get it on my phone here, but I think he's like 41st in the points, so our points leader though, we're gonna check it on him. Arthur Xavier in the 42. He's in 11th. He needs to get back on track. He's losing some ground in the points. He's only 13 ahead now, so he's hoping to get back on track this week, and he's putting himself in a position where he can get back on track right now. But when we will see pit stops, that's the question. Are we gonna make it on one stop? That's another question here. And there's a wreck, and there's a caution out here. I meant this. And we're gonna see what happened here. It looks like Steve Pollard was involved, possibly. It may have been just a solo. Oh no, Mitchell Collins with a lot of damage on the back of his car. Multiple cars here with a lot of damage. And they're gonna pit here. So pit stops are happening here from Memphis. But we're gonna have a stint of short track racing here. Sorry about the camera views. This is kind of a weird track for camera views. But we're gonna be on a short track stint here. We're going here to Memphis. Then we're going to Richmond, if you want to consider this track and Richmond short tracks. And then we're going to IRP, and that's obviously a short track. 2 tires, that's all Scott Upton did. And he's back out. And the 00 gained 2 positions, 1 position over Brian James there on the pit road, and we'll be right back to see what happened to Mitchell Collins and the rest of them. Welcome back here to Memphis, and it looks like Karen James did the same exact thing she did at Auto Club, and runs in the back of Jacob Deputy, turns him around. This is and he barely clips Steve Paul III, but he runs in the wall. She turns him again right into traffic, turns into the 21, Mitchell Collins, in the 5 of Jacob Dillon's, and then 43 of um, Chase Harris got a little bit of damage there, but that basically was the accident. We're going to get another view of it, obviously, on the ground so you can see it a little bit. Yeah, just took him out and then turned him again, took him out again. And that was just terrible driving by Karen James there. And we're gonna see if this view is a little bit better here. Just get another view at it. So we'll be right back here from Memphis for the green. Welcome back here to Memphis, and the 96 Steve Pollard and the 36 of Alex Diaz are both out of today's race, and we're going to give you your starting 10 here. Scott Upton first, second Kyle Brown third, Nick Lewis fourth, Brian James fifth, Jeff Cameron sixth, Cameron Parker seventh, Arthur Xavier eighth, Robert Pollard ninth, Rusty Potson in 10th, Harley Tall. That's your top 10 here from Memphis, and we're green again. And obviously, Scott Upton's going to lead again here from Memphis. Still be leading here. Let's see if his teammate makes a move to try to pass him here. And here comes Kyle Brown. He's going to get his nose under. No, he's not able to. And we're looking for our 8th different winner today, and Scott Upton could be that person today. I don't think he's won a race so far this season. Pretty sure, 100% almost, like 99% sure he has not won a race this season. Check real quick. I know he didn't win last race, so 1 second. I still have the old point standings. 1 second. No, he does have a win this season, so he's trying to become our first multi-win winner this year. Kyle Brown hasn't got a win this year, so he's looking to be our 8th different winner. And the 70 Karen James on the pit road, obviously with a lot of damage from before still. He's probably just going to go in to get some more fixed there, is my guess. Brian James in 3rd there. That's another good run by him. Obviously, racing for Spire Motorsports. Underfunded team there a little bit over the other competition. Doing really good today. Just like he did last week at Sonoma. Finishing 2nd. I'm going to have 10 to go next time around here for Scott Upton. See if he can pull this off today. looks like the Hendrick cars are I don't know why I keep saying Hendricks. Hendrick cars are starting to pull away here. And the top 5 are all Chevys. Chevys are dominant today. And here comes Kyle Brown. Move on his teammate, and he gets closed by Scott Upton. Kind of a dangerous move there, but Scott Upton's trying to keep that lead. Doesn't care if his teammate's trying to pass him or not. Because he's doing everything he can to get his second win this season. Move for 4th back there between the 53 of Cameron Parker, and he takes 3rd away. He's going to go around Brian James here. Or try to go around him. It looks like he'll be able to maybe here. Maybe. I don't know if he's going to be able. Yeah, he will be able to stick it, and he'll make a move on Brian James. Oh, there's an accident. Caution's out. Oh, the 33. Nathaniel Gardner with a lot of damage. Stephen Paul the third with a lot of damage. And that's gonna end up having us go for a green-white checkered, it looks like. But we'll be right back to see what happened to Nathaniel Gardner. Welcome back here to Memphis, and it looks like Nathaniel Gardner just came in, or Stephen Paul III came in behind him, turned him just like Karen James did earlier, and hard hit by both of them, especially Nathaniel Gardner. And that ends his day. We're gonna get another view of that, obviously, and we're gonna get on board with somebody behind here. Probably Kai Rivera. And that was a hard hit there. Actually gonna get on board with the 3 of Ian Brennan. So, alright, we'll be right back for the green here from Memphis. Welcome back here to Memphis, and today's race will finish under caution. We will not have a green-white checkered. And Nathaniel Gardner is out of today's race. Karen James is 6 laps down. She keeps, I don't know what they're doing. They have a lot of damage, and they're trying to make it to the end here. It doesn't really make a difference to the finish, obviously, but Nathaniel Gardner's out of today's race. Ben Crouch finishes the 1 lap down, it looks like. Stephen Paul III does finish today's race on the lead lap, but Scott Upton wins today's Holiday Inn 400 here from Memphis. And he becomes our first 2-time winner this season for Hendrick Motorsports. And that's what they need to get on track here. This should put him up in the points here. This should he'll be really close. He won't take the points lead, I guess. He will be really close to, though. He'll be like within like 5 or 10 points. So congrats to him. And we'll get your final 10 here from Memphis. Finishing first, Scott Upton. Finishing second, Kyle Brown. Third, Cameron Parker. Fourth, Brian James. Another good run by Brian James there. Fifth, Nick Lewis. Sixth, Jeff Cameron. Seventh, Trevor Collins. Eighth, Arthur Xavier. Ninth, Mohammed Zain Abdullah. And finishing in 10th is Will Parrish. 1 second, we're going to save this real quick. Here's the rest of your final results here. Again, congrats to Scott Upton for winning today's race. He becomes our first two-time winner this season. He also becomes our first sweep. But I don't remember. He gets +5 points for becoming the pole. 1 second. Yeah, he was the pole center. So congrats to him getting the 5 extra points as well. This is your final results, and we'll see you guys at Richmond for Richmond on Friday. And again, we have a race on Saturday this week, and that's at IRP or Lucas Oil Raceway. Till then, we'll see you guys next time.